Guys like Bierman thrive out in the hills too on bigger jumps. I prefer to ride like 200-foot jumps and throw whips. This is more of an aggressive style on a 75-foot jump here. Tom's one of the best in the world at it.
Take our first look at Florida's Tom Parsons, who owns 9 total medals. Sacramento, he ended up with a silver.
He's got a big past in Supercross racing, and then he transitioned into freestyle and best whip. He's won a bunch of them. 3 gold, 5 silver, and 1 bronze for 9 total for him. And your defending gold medalist from Sacramento. Now, this is the 3rd stop of the season, and we haven't mentioned Japan yet. They didn't do best whip in Chiba. That was best trick only for Moto X. So this is only the 2nd time we've contested best whip here on the 2026 season. So we're coming up on the halfway point here. This is what we call playoffs as we go back to the top of the order here with Cole Denny with an awesome follow cam shot right there, showing you the nuance of what it's like to maneuver that dirt bike into a whip. McNeil sitting in that top spot, Berriman sitting in number 2, and Parsons at 3. So the cut's 5 right now. Julian's in that number 5 spot. I think it's cool we got riders from all over the world. Wanky's from Japan, a couple Americans, a couple Australians, novices from Spain.
Yeah, truly an international field these days when it comes to the world of Moto X. Speaking of novice, here he comes. He's about to be under power. We're under the halfway mark. He's currently sitting in that number 10 spot. No scores, live ranking. It's a 5 cut here in this opening round. 10-minute jam clock, what we call the playoffs.
Yeah, that was a really good whip right there. I wonder if that's enough to get him into the finals. It's 4 spots in the finals, correct?
5. It's a 5 cut. So talking about that, you had actually had a chance to talk to the judges earlier after we had a production meeting. What did they tell you that they were specifically looking for? What was the key? What was it going to take to get into that 5 cut and possibly a medal here tonight?
I like that whip by Corey Creed, complete 180, but I talked to the judges and what they said was, my question was, is it the biggest whip takes it, or is it you get more points for variation? They basically said it all matters, but the biggest whip is going to get you into the finals and win you a gold.
So if you're struggling a little bit, it could be a big one if you send it. But overall, it sounds like the bigger part of this is overall impression for the most part, unless you just come out and uncork one.
Correct.
And just severely impress them.
I think you just go for what is your biggest whip, and you just try to throw it, hang it out there like you're not bringing it back, and then hopefully you land it. I think that's what it takes.
That was Vicky Golden right there as we are just under the 4-minute mark right here. Let's see where she's down there at that number 8 spot. So Janky now sitting in that transfer spot. It's Janky, Parsons, Wyatt, Berriman, and McNeil. Your top 5 as of right now as we are at the 3.5-minute mark here. Moto X Best Whip Playoffs. Playoff, I should say. To me, Tyler's just gotten a completely different style, and just like you were talking about, like, you know, that backcountry approach to it right there. It's just so casual and just so smooth and just dialed when he leaves the lip.
I like it looks effortless. He's not really too aggressive or snappy with his body. It's more flow. Tom's got a good flowy style as well.
3 best whip golds to his name. He got a silver, back-to-back silvers for him. He got that silver in Sac, and then he got one in Salt Lake City last year. XGames 2025.
There's the man right there, number 1.
That was
been winning them up, and then that was a huge whip too. And so that's his 3rd different variation from what I've seen. A couple different styles. The one I think he won with was the one where he seat hopped and almost looked like he's throwing a backflip. Then he threw his bars completely backwards.
Going back into round number 3. Top of the order there, that was Cole Denny that just went so whip. So Van Stipp, I was just going to say, Julian, your defending gold medalist, wasn't even in the top 5. He was 7th, but now, by virtue of that last run, so now he bumps up into that number 5 spot. So he's on the cusp of getting into that final. You know, to me, obviously, I'm biased. I want it inside because I want the best conditions, but also the sound to me, like the sound that you get with the motors and whatnot when you're inside this dome, it just resonates, it echoes, and it sounds so much different when you do this inside.
Yeah.
I love the sound of dirt bikes. I like 2-strokes. 450s sound good too if you get a good pipe on the thing. There's that huge whip from Wyatt. That's got to put him in the finals.
I know it's hard to tell over the sound of the engines there, but every time Wyatt Fontenot takes a run, that crowd down there, especially on the barricade line, it just absolutely erupts. So the home state hero.
Wonder if it ever goes all electric one day in the future. They could just blast music the whole time.
Whoa, you said Wyatt hopefully should be in the fight. He's in the top spot right now.
Right? Yeah, Jared.
That's the crazy thing about the live ranking is sometimes it just changes at the last minute and you move on to the next rider, maybe even the next 2 riders, and you don't even know, and then you glance back over that scoring monitor and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that just changed, and it changed dramatically right there as we're coming up on 2.5 minutes. Tyler Merriman floating another one for you.
That was a turn-up whip. It's hard to do turn-ups on a 75. He's good at them. A couple other guys really good at them. When you go on the hills, you have like 130-foot or 180-foot turn-ups are really nice to hang him out. That was an insane whip right there by Tom.
Parsons just getting completely inverted right there. So with coming up on 2 minutes,
guy never fails.
Julian rounding out the run order here. We could get one. Well, I know we'll get one more round. We could get 2.
I remember there's that whip from Julian. I think won him his golds in the past 2 contests. But I remember being in Oslo, Norway, and I remember telling Tom when he's turning around, I said, throw it bigger, and he threw it so big he didn't bring it back, and he crashed. I felt bad.
Well, that's a new for X Games. Cole Denny going sans the riding pants right there. People don't know how to react to that. Some of them want a high five, but a few people are like, I'm getting out of the way, dude. That's weird. With the full follow cam shot right there, I can honestly say I've been doing this for a long time, and that's a first for me. That is a brand new one in my X Games career, seeing Cole Denny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like back in the 90s or something, that was maybe in a skid.
We're under 1 minute to go. So it's Berriman in that number 5 spot. Van Stippen, your defending gold medalist, in the number 4 spot. McNeil, Parsons, and your bronze medalist from Sacramento, the man from Opelousas, Wyatt Fontenot, sitting in the top spot right now. It's Cole Denny getting some extra airtime in the leopard print.
It's like Bourbon Street last night, maybe, but...
Might see him marching down the street with a band, somebody playing a tuba next to him, walking down Richmond Street.
Out on the street. Oh, there it is. That was huge. Good job, Corey. Let's see if that puts him, because he's not in the top 5.
Yeah, Corey Creed not in. He's in that number 8 spot, so we'll see when the runs.
Which is really impressive.
She's got 3 Moto X Racing gold medals as well. Yeah, three Moto X Racing golds. 2011, 2012, and 2013, all in Los Angeles. Or excuse me, 12 and 13. That would have been, yeah, 13 was the last year we were in LA.
Home Depot Center, I think.
I don't think they call it that anymore. I know that place has changed names so many times. Back then, yeah, you're absolutely right. I do too.
I call it Home Depot.
They showed an old clip the other day that I had to do a piece for, and I called it that. And I was like, I don't think they call it that anymore. But to me, that's how I remember
yeah,
it. But
forget. It's
the good old days when you're outside, we had things at the Staples Center, which they don't call it that anymore.
I remember going there watching Pastrana fights.
Oh, how about the old battles inside the LA Coliseum as well?
Yep.
Remember the year Travis Pastrana and Brian Deegan battling out with the 360s?
Yep. No, that's like probably one of the most played tapes. But to be there back then, I remember thinking Metzger show up do a backflip heel clicker. I had no clue they were doing 360. Wow, dude.
I will never forget that call with Cameron Steele going, he said 360.
That deserves a replay. That one was like insane. I got to see that again.
So this one is about making the 5 cut here. We'll see how it all shakes out. We've gone completely through the run order here. The 10-minute jam has run out. We will have our final 5, and we will get into the medal round when we return to X Games New Orleans 2026.